Dustin, good to see you. Today, we are going to dissect 5 investing mistakes you may be making right now. A lot of us wonder whether we are doing all we can to achieve our goals. And today, we're going to talk through those 5 mistakes that you might be making, but also how to turn things around. So, mistake number 1 is getting out when the going gets tough.
Right. I think you had a chart 15 years ending in 2021. If an investor had stayed fully invested in the S&P 500, a $10,000 investment would have become $45,000. Had they only missed the 10 best days, that return is cut more than in half.
Wow.
Comfort is the enemy of growth. I've had people tell me before that they're sitting on the sidelines and they're waiting for a time to invest again once they feel comfortable. Unfortunately, once we feel comfortable investing again, oftentimes most of the money's already been made. So
Right.
you want to stay fully invested.
Right.
Be
You don't
diversified,
want to.
but stay invested.
Yes, stay invested. Don't jump in on the upswing. Next mistake is taking on too much or even too little risk.
Yeah, some things change as you approach retirement. Okay, before retirement, you and your employer are making regular contributions to your retirement accounts. And if markets draw down while you're working, that just means that you and your employer buy more shares. And that kind of volatility can help you compound and grow an account. However, in retirement, when you're now spending that money, if markets draw down, you're not buying more shares, you're selling more shares to produce the same income. And that won't help you compound an account more quickly. It'll help you consume an account more quickly. You got to manage volatility as you approach and as you go into retirement. Now, that said, it doesn't mean you should reflexively move everything to cash and bonds. Even in retirement, there's a place for having a portion of your portfolio being growth oriented.
And now let's talk about the risk that comes with not rebalancing your portfolio regularly.
So on a regular basis, you want to take profits off the table and you want to use those profits to buy what's relatively weaker or relatively on sale. That's how you methodically buy low and sell high over time and do it in a way that's not based on speculation. That's rebalancing. If you fail to rebalance, you're going to miss a lot of opportunity and your portfolio is going to be constantly veering off course. And that could put you in a situation where you're taking on a lot of unnecessary risk, oftentimes without even realizing it.
Mistake number 4, I know this is one of your favorites, paying too much in taxes.
Sure. So there are 3 things you're going to want to pay attention to in order to be tax efficient. You want to be, when you're preparing for retirement, putting money in the right accounts to be tax efficient. You want the right investments in the right accounts to be tax efficient. And when you go into retirement, you want to make withdrawals from the right accounts in the right order in order to be tax efficient. All those things are going to impact your returns, and they're ultimately going to impact how sustainable your retirement income is.
The last mistake, not seeking professional advice when you need it. Ask yourself, do I have the skills to do this? Do I have the time to do this? Do I want to do this? And if the answer to any of those questions is no, you might want to ask for help.
Yeah, Aaron, I think Mark Twain probably has a better answer for this than I do. One of my favorite Mark Twain quotes, he once said, "It ain't the things that you don't know that get you into trouble. It's the things you know for sure that just ain't so."
Yeah, that is the truth.
Oftentimes what I see working with folks, the biggest problems we run into that cause the most trouble are blind spots. And working with a good professional can help you avoid those blind spots. Sometimes it'll save you a lot of money.
I know, right? And I simply, Dustin, just don't want to live in that world. And I think most people want to enjoy the retirement that they've worked so hard for, right? Not take on another job where they're reading tax code and changes and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Those are the folks we want to work with, the ones that
Yeah.
want relief from
Yes.
having to do all that themselves.
Well
Certainly.
said. So, Dustin, if somebody does want to talk through these mistakes, or again, just to have somebody who's on their side looking out for them, what's the best way to reach you?
They can give me a call or send me a text at 830-476-2505 or reach out on the website to book a free chat at longlivemymoney.com.
Great. Dustin, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Aaron.